Greetings and welcome to this weekly quiet space. I'm preparing this on a day that looks generally a bit gloomy outside. I love autumn with all its vibrant colours. Seeing the leaves on the trees change colour always makes me wonder if God thought that such wonderful colours would make his people feel uplifted in spirit before entering the darkness of winter. Sadly, today many of the beautiful leaves are now on the floor, leaving the trees to look quite untidy. What looked so beautiful only a few days ago is starting to look rather sad. The news over the weekend has not been good, and as you listen to this, you may be feeling a bit gloomy and sad. Do you need to know that someone will pray for you if you ask? If you do, I invite you to send your prayer requests to gloucester@salvationarmy.org.uk. I'm so grateful to God for the blessings that are mine every day. They are there even when the weather is gloomy or life seems unpredictable. Be still, for the glory of the Lord is shining all around. He burns with holy fire, with splendour he is crowned. How awesome is the sight, our radiant King of light. Be still, for the glory of the Lord is shining all around. Can you bring to your mind an awesome sight? Maybe something beautiful of nature, a sunset, an amazing rainbow. What about a moment of spiritual vision as you were caught up in worship? The awesome sight of the burning bush had an impact on Moses' life. In fact, it was through that awesome sight God introduced himself by name to Moses. You can read about that in Exodus chapter 3. An awesome sight that impacted Isaiah came when he was in the temple. It was such an awesome experience that he remembered the date it happened. It was the day that God called him to be a prophet. You can read the account and Isaiah's response in chapter 6. One day, Jesus invited 3 of his disciples to accompany him to a high mountain. St. Matthew tells us the story. Jesus took Peter and the 2 brothers, James and John, and led them up a high mountain to be alone. As the men watched, Jesus' appearance was transformed, so that his face shone like the sun, and his clothes became white as light. Suddenly Moses and Elijah appeared and began talking with Jesus. Peter's reaction to such an awesome sight was to start talking. He just couldn't be still and quiet and drink in all that was before him. Have you read the last 2 chapters of the Bible? If you have, you'll have a mental picture of the promised new heaven and new earth. Life is not easy for any one of us at the moment, and the projection is a bit miserable. But just as God prepares us for the gloom of winter with the beauty of autumn, his word assures us of future blessings and awesome sights. Would you close your eyes and imagine, as I read to you from Revelation chapter 21, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the old heaven and the old earth had disappeared, and the sea was gone. And I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, like a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. I heard a loud shout from the throne saying, 'Look, God's home is now among his people. He will live with them, and they will be his people. God himself will be with them. He will wipe every tear from their eyes, and there'll be no more death, or sorrow, or crying, or pain. All these things are gone forever. Lord, today, may we catch a glimpse of something beautiful that reminds us of you. May it be an awesome sight that transforms our living today. We ask you this, Lord, in the precious name of Jesus. Amen.